Okay, and we are going live. Just give me a moment and I'll get this transitioned across and get my my normal logistics underway. Right, that means stopping this, as wonderful as it is. You guys don't need to hear me talking twice on the same thing, and also I need to get that going so that we are fully live with the chat. Good evening, everyone. Right. One last thing, I'll bring this up over here just so I can make sure that everything is tickety-boo. Lovely stuff. Hello. Right, okay, so we are back with our Barbarian. It is just going to be a solo episode today. I'm sure I'll say that a couple of times throughout the evening, but my brother is away on holiday. I've just got back from holiday, and the whole crisscross thing, it just didn't end up working out. So, solo expedition, and we have Kormac and Cheese, who cannot die. It's actually going to be the first time we're taking him out properly since we had him nicely geared. Rhymeheart, Freeze of Deflection, all that going for him. We could actually do some gem socketing for him to make him a bit better, but before we get too far underway, I want to get our various Garrigan points dropped off. There we go, 48 on those. This gets all the way up to 45, 45, and 45. Right, okay, so for where we are with our character, we're currently working through the Conqueror objective, which means leveling gems up to 55 and slaying greed. Gems up to 55, if I just bring up what we have. We've got rank 50, we've got rank 50, we've got a rank 50. So probably 3 empowered rifts would do quite nicely for that. I think that will be our first port of call, and then we might spend some resources trying to get some rings and see how things go from there. Before we go too far in, let's go to Shen. Because Kormac can't die, we could do some gear upgrades on him as well, but for the moment, I think just getting 3 royal rubies should allow us to go 1, 2... we don't have a socket in that. Oh well. That's fine. We could do some re-rolling though. We've got 20 death threats. Yeah, why not? Why not? So we'll take the vitality off this. We'll take the vitality off this. Now this isn't specifically to improve his damage output. It's more for useful usability-ness, for want of a better way of putting it. And we'll take the vitality off Justice Lantern, I think, because that's going to end up with something nice. Yeah, we'll pretend that Oculus is decent. Actually, if we take the vitality off this, we can turn it into a socket. That's better. So, yeah. Hell, we'll re-roll the intelligence on this as well. It'll be fine. We've got resources to spare. He says, hoping that, in fact, we do have resources to spare. So, replace a property. We're going to replace the vitality on this. We want to get chance to block. That's going to be the most useful thing that we can get. 16% chance to block. That is spot on. That is exactly what we need. Kormac. Chance to block all the way up to, where is it? 30%. This could be a little bit better. When we throw the Justice Lantern on, that will be like 2% off the maximum, but he's going to end up with like a 44% chance, which is perfectly adequate. So vitality on this, what would be the most useful? Probably reduces the cooldown of all skills. Area damage, critical hit damage, they're nice. Critical hit chance as well, life, attack speed, they're all great. No, none of these. Let's take 15% life for the moment. Jeez, it's all bad. The reason we're re-rolling this off is because, there we go, cooldown of all skills by 8%. Because he can't die. So there is no reason for us to be spending anything on his vitality. Next up, we want flat damage on this. Potentially cooldown of skills if we can. I'll take area damage to start. Actually, that's a pretty decent area damage before we go spending our other resources. Let's try and get a socket in this. There we go. Sockets 1. That'll do fine. We'll do the Oculus. Yeah, we've got to re-roll the intelligence on it. We'll take strength. Can we get it a bit better? Maybe is the answer. No, maybe I should just go full cooldown on him. Yeah, let's go full cooldown. We'll try and get him using his skills as much as possible. So, socket on this, that makes sense. Cooldown there. Can we get this any better? So just for what we can get cooldown 10%. If we're lucky, 9%, that'll be fine. We're not expecting the amount of damage that he does to actually kill anything, but certainly he can be keeping us alive and using his skills quite nicely. We'll get 1 Royal Emerald just so that we can get that extra damage in there. No, don't swap it over that way. You get that. You get this. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. In terms of cooldown reduction, does he actually have it as a thing on here? It doesn't specifically list it. I wonder if it affects us, actually. So cooldown reduction 29.3%. Or 29.13. 29.13. No, it doesn't seem to affect it. Hopefully it does affect this. We'll find out. A little bit of science going on here. Never hurt anyone. Right, so we were talking about doing some rifting. Without further ado, let's get in. Now, as we know, we need mobs to actually hit in order to kind of keep our Whirlwind going. That being said, we are going to be pretty powerful. In terms of what we're going to do, we're not going to be overly pushing stuff. Because I've done a GR70, we can, at the moment, find primal ancients, which would be nice. But until we've got our gems like super high, we don't really need to be pushing the envelope, so to speak. We can just run at our current level. And then when the gems start needing a bit more, we can up the difficulty in those greater rifts and take things a bit further, a bit faster. But for the moment, this is going to be more than plenty. We do have Ancient Path and Defenders, so as we're freezing stuff, as we're stunning stuff, we'll be getting a little bits of damage reduction from them. Alley-up, like jumping straight into combat there. That kind of stuff, you're going to be getting the benefit of the damage reduction. And it's not insignificant either, it's like 12% per stun mob, so you land in a group of 5, 60% damage reduction while you find your feet. Find your feet. Right, let's hop up on this. Actually, before we get too far in, let me just check something. Right, hopefully that's a little bit better. Every now and then YouTube decides it's going to change some of your settings, so it can be a little bit funky about how things are being reported. Ooh, there we go, conduit. I will grab all of these. And a power pylon for good measure. I'm pretty certain that the power pylon affects the conduit, although the rate we go through mobs, it's damage we don't really need. Grab that. That is not the way we want to be going. Okay. I'd like an elite pack or something. I don't think we've... Ah, there's one. I was going to say, I don't think we've seen one yet this evening. So nice to know they're not just things of myth and legend at the moment. Ah, some ultra pants. We'll grab them. And see what we've got going down here. Now, because we have done a GR70, I'm not feeling like the season itself is done, because obviously we've still got some stuff to tick off. But I'm not feeling like we need to really like over push stuff at the moment. We're doing well with our character. In fact, both our characters are geared up with their final set of gear. Our Witch Doctor is doing slightly better than our Barbarian in terms of ability to push high, but there's nothing that we're particularly hunting for. Both have followers that are able to stay alive, both have their final gearing, and both have been able to do their set dungeons. Although we actually mastered the Witch Doctor's one, so there is that difference between them. Yeah, I'll take the shoulders. Why not? There's another yellow. Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac doing its job there. You can watch the cooldowns ticking down as we go through and murder stuff. I think we're going to have to go on to the next area. This area is not massively populated. Now, if ever there was a time when I was going to die on a Monday night stream, today is probably the time for it. Firstly, Greg's not around to help out. I mean, that's fine. We've got Kormac. He can provide healing and stuff. But having just got back from holiday, I'm a bit more tired than I would normally be at this point. That being said, the Whirlwind Barbarian is a relatively safe option for what I would call easy play. It doesn't require a huge amount of thinking. Just you know, be ready to get out of trouble if trouble decides it's going to rear its head. Hey there, Darkness. No, Greg is away on holiday today, so it's only me and Kormac grinding out the rifts. We're working on our legendary gems at the moment. But welcome to the stream. Good evening, Fallen, as well. Welcome. Hope you guys are having fun. Fleeting Shrine. Let's go a little bit faster. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Now, one of these seasons, I'll do a Barbarian based entirely on Furious Charge. Colour him like Sonic or something. That'd be fun. Colour him like Sonic and try and give him like gladiator gauntlets or gold rapple or something so that there's a gold theme going as he goes around and murders everyone. I do think that's not a terrible idea, actually. Building... using gold wrap and gold skin to try and push higher than you probably should be able to. Like if your damage output's great, but you don't yet have your survivability items. That's a good compromise for just running regular bounties and things and trying to keep alive. Oh, hello, Conduit. Let's push on. Give me something to kill quickly. Quickly! In here. Okay, yeah, this is properly taking advantage of it. Right, we're going to get the Rift Guardian in a moment. There you are. Let's get right in on you, Blighter. Oh, jeez. Well, we didn't trigger a death, but that was quite painful. We're going to put that down to a combination of things like bad guys. all over the place. Alright, well that's all we need to do in this. Let's head on back. We'll ID all of this stuff. And see if we have anything interesting. And while that's going on, we can put our single point into cooldown reduction. I mean, Bovine Bardish would be interesting. Deathwatch Mantle, nah. Aquila Cuirass, it's a bad one, so no. We'll save the Bovine Bardish so we can go cow killing at some point. Everything else is going to get salvaged. Gone, gone, and gone. And actually, let's ask Kadala about rings, because we do still need that greed ring. How are we doing on... Oh, death. We've got enough to do an upgrade. Let's upgrade a ring, and we'll see if we can get through to greed. So upgrade. It's an Oculus instead of... It's a good Oculus, actually. Alright. You get this. We're going to re-roll that vitality off it. It's already got reduces cooldown of skills, so let's try and get attack speed. Critical hit damage will work, and we're out of Death's Breath. Well, it's an upgrade. It works. No, Greg is not in darkness. I'm afraid it's just me. Just me. Right, we need to swap those over. And then I can extract this. And then you can have this back. There we go. So this is going to get salvaged. This is going to get salvaged. All of it's going to get salvaged, actually. Gone. 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 Right, into a Greater Rift. So this is entirely to work on our legendary gems. We don't need to run at that level. We can run at... if we're going up to 55, we can run it to 65. Which is more than Torment 13 anyway. Yeah, we'll do this. So, empowering it to 29 million. Hi, bad guys. I'm here to make your day terrible. What's that? You were looking for a good day? Well, today is not that day. Right, there is a lot of ranged things, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful with that. That being said, we are an absolute monster, so generally speaking, we're okay. I'm thinking that the further into the game we push, the more we're probably going to need something like Esoteric Alteration to reduce our damage intake. Our damage output's not going to be terrible. As long as we keep up the main stat progression. Man, just mincing through them. That is embarrassing for the bad guys. So 65, we're still at the level where I can play one-handed. Oh, I totally misunderstood. Thank you for clarifying that. And, oh, that's interesting. And that would teach me to just glance at chat rather than reading it properly. And that's funny. That is funny. It could also be if my my chat's taking a while to come through. So apologies if it takes a while for me to reply to things. Right, over. Don't like being held in a box. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Not that my Barbarian is baby, but I mean, if any of the characters in this were going to be on Dirty Dancing, it would be the Barbarian. Good murder. Good murder. And shield pile, right. We care even less about the bad guys at the moment. Hello. Shield piling, so don't really care, but definitely getting the kills in on you. You can die as well, just because I'm in a generous mood. I'm a generous overlord that likes to slaughter all demons from his realm. So as I mentioned right at the start of the stream, I just got back from holiday. Spent a long weekend in Amsterdam, which was wonderful. And one of the things I love about traveling to the continent is language humour and the sense of joy you can get from bad language puns. That and little comedy tickles and things that you can do with life. So I stopped for an Amstel on the Amstel, which was quite nice. But Dutch has always been a strange language for me. It's always been in my family, on my father's side. But you can listen to a conversation in Dutch and you'll probably pick up half of it, either from context or from the same language roots and stems, so you can understand the gist of the words, even if not the specifics of it. And then you get some words that are just so strange you wonder if it's entirely made up. Right, onwards. We are making really good progress at the moment. Ooh, channeling parliament, well that's going to help. Okay, we're going up against a giant cat. Stun him. And there he goes. 9 minutes 52 seconds. Not a problem. We didn't think it was going to be. But after we've grabbed all of this, there is some rings in there. And a potion. Cool. Right, so we're just going straight for Taguk. Taguk, get yourself up to 55. One done. Still got 2 more to go, so we're going to need to run a regular rift as well as this last greater rift. But we can hand this in and Alakazam, ideal stuff. A Roborus, Justice Lantern. That Justice Lantern is actually slightly better than the one our follower has, purely because of the extra percentage chance to block. And the only reason we really care about that is because it's giving him more chance for the freeze of deflection to trigger. So, do I want to change him across to it? I think I do. I think I do. I think we're going to do that. Which means we're going to need to bring it back in order to... Do we have any debt? No, we don't. We're not going to bring it back to pull more stuff off. I'm going to hold on to this Justice Lantern, though, because it's an ancient one. And that's pretty baller. But you get this back. So we lose a little bit of damage output, but we're getting the freeze / crowd control, which is very, very useful. We're losing a bit of cooldown on all skins... on all skills. But we still don't know if that actually affects the skills over here. I believe it does, but it's a bit of a gamble to know for certain. So this can sit here for now until we know for certain. And the rest of these can all just go. Point, and salvage stuff up. So, gone. Kadala, actually, before... No, we'll do another Greater Rift and then we'll talk to Kadala. Now, apologies if you hear any bangs in the background. Of course, it is November the 5th. It is fireworks night here in London. And I could be out on the town enjoying a spot of explosions, and who doesn't love explosions? We all know I'm particularly fond of explosions. But I decided that it was going to be best to keep to the regular Monday night schedule and entertain you all. So happy fireworks night. If you've got any fireworks, let off a couple for me. Tell me that they're awesome. Tell me it was worth it. And that's if you even care about fireworks night. It is a very British thing. You know, celebrating someone that actually tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Probably not something to be celebrated in general, but we do it. We do it. Australia is bad for internet. Well, yeah, I'm assuming everywhere that you go that there will be bad internet available. It's always potluck with technology. Okay, shield pylon. Let's grab that. Remember the 5th of November. Exactly, Belgoroth. Exactly. Gunpowder, treason, and plot. I love just murdering those little ones. It's a shame you don't get a kill counter in the Greater Rifts. I know it's because the experience doesn't really stack in the same way, and you'd end up with like obscene amounts of experience trying to do it all in one go. But it'd be cool to see like how many mobs you could get up to in a Greater Rift. Didn't quite kill him in time before he let off that beam. Not to worry. We'll do some stuff up here and say, "Oh, you look like fun." Ah, wait, no, even better. Channeling pylon. Okay, our shield is about to wear off. So instead, let's just focus on killing everything else. There we go. Just like storming through these guys, and it is because we're quite powerful for the level we're running at. But it's really satisfying watching cultists just see you breeze by and then they die to the tornadoes that are trailing after you. It's very cathartic. And as if we weren't going fast enough. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Okay, that's going pretty well, I'd say. Let's push on through here. Nope, that's not the way to go. Now, inevitably, we go so quickly that things don't have a chance to attack Kormac. So, even though we've built him as a freeze blocking crowd control build, he's not really getting the opportunity to flex any of those muscles. Poor guy. But he does have the opportunity to heal us periodically, so we'll still be grateful for that. Lots of fireballs. 96% we're up to. That looks like an interesting mob. Let's get in on this party. That's a very dangerous party, actually. Let's fling some tornadoes across at it, try and dull some of those flames. Right, just kill you, you'll be enough. Rift Guardian is round the other side. It's the Choker. Hi, Choker. We'll get some stun on you. We'll pop all of our buffs. Ugh. That is just disgusting, mate. Could have killed him a bit more at range, but again, not really bothered about the damage at this level. It does look like it does quite a bit, but really we've got it all in control. This goes on Bane of the Traps. That's another static damage increase. So nice and straightforward. Hey look, 666 blood shards. The sign of the devil. Okay, hand this in. We'll ID stuff. In fact, let's go to Kadala and get rings first. Another Oculus. That's funny, Darkness. That's funny. Right, so from this we got a bunch of Tosh. Band of Hollow Whispers, Vigilante, Shimizu's Haruri, an Oculus, Reiko's Striders, a Rhyme Heart, Reiko's Breaches, and Mantle of Channeling. Mantle of Channeling would be worth holding on to if we were going to try and do the Thrill. But we've already done the Thrill, so we don't need to do it again. Let's salvage all of this up, and we will go in for another regular Rift. So gone, 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 gone. Done and done. Regular Rift, here we come. Wow, look at that beast. Alright. Shielding, that's going to be annoying, especially with the amount of health these guys have. There we go. Knocked him out quickly enough. So yeah, trying to find a puzzle ring is probably top on our list at the moment. I should have saved one. We have had a bunch throughout the season, but you never think you're going to be out of puzzle rings right at the end when you need one. I think Greg's probably got one anyway, so eventually we'll be able to do Greed at Torment 13. It'd be nice to do it today, though. Right, this is all very cool. Oh yeah, right in on this corner. Kill it before anything interesting happens with that. Ooh, beam. Nearly got hit by the beam. Totally dodged it. I will grab that though. You always end up needing materials when you least expect it. Now we can always do with extra experience. We're only 13 Garrigan levels away from 600, which is a very nice landmark point. That's when we'll start putting points in the final set of attributes that we haven't yet started. Alright, I guess we're pushing clean on. Right, let's get Channeling Pylon. There we go. Yeah, I wonder how much benefit Custarian Viscards can make to general leveling speed. If you get them early enough, and you get access to Greed early enough, could you really, in a season, would it be worth pushing with a gold-based build for the extra experience, extra fast leveling? Because at some point you're gonna want to swap that equipment out so you can kill things faster. Lots of theory crafting as to the best way to level throughout a season. And one of the big questions I do get asked regularly is, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I'm never trying to rush through to level 70 and higher rift levels. I'm always trying to enjoy the journey, enjoy the season as a whole, rather than just like barreling straight through to the end game content. Even 15, 16 seasons in, because I've been playing Diablo for a very long time now. When they introduced seasons, it was a way to make the earlier parts of the game interesting and challenging again. And I always think that the leveling part is an opportunity to try out skills that you wouldn't really be going for. So in effect, the seasons add a lot more value to the game because it reintroduces the value that would have been lost by the early stages. And also there isn't really that opportunity to just twink your character and all of a sudden they're outperforming everything. Darkness, I don't think Greg is playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't think that's his kind of game. He's away in Iceland at the moment on holiday, so he's probably drinking some schnapps and enjoying some lovely cold weather. It's very unlikely he'll be going for the Brennevic though. I don't think that's his cup of tea either. At least I think it's called Brennevic. The fermented fish. It's another one of those things that I think they make up just for the tourists. Like, hey, you know what we could do? We could make up this thing and tell everyone it's tradition and make them drink it. And it'll be gross. We keep a running tally for everyone for the year. And just like see how many people we can get to drink it. It'd be great. You'll love it. Looks like we have a new subscriber. Unfortunately, I can't see your name because I've got stuck another window directly in front of that. But welcome! I hope you're enjoying the stream if you're watching the stream. And if not, then the regular videos. We are done with this regular rift. So let's head on back. In fact, I can cheat because I can have a look at my other system. Zachary Zoom 652. Welcome. I hope you're having a good time. Hand this in with Auric. We will ideal this. We're not going to talk. You know what? I'm going to give Kadala the silent treatment until we're full of shards. That's what I'm going to do. So that increases resist all. I don't know if we've already got one of these. No, we don't. Don't care that much about it. I do quite like the one we have already. The Kool-Aid allowing us to burst through walls is definitely good for a get out of trouble situation. This can all go though. And we only got 2 Greater Rift Keystones. Darkness, So I was on holiday and I told myself, you know what, I'm probably not going to like whatever it is they announce at BlizzCon. And I left it until the last day when I was on my way home to have a look and just just have a little gander and see what had been announced. And when I saw the first like image saying, "Is this a late April Fool's joke?" I was just astounded. I thought, "Oh dear, what have they done?" And then I read up to find out that they'd announced Diablo Immortal and it was a mobile game. And looking at it, if it had come out, let's say 5 years ago, 7 years ago, no, 7 years is a bit too much. But I play some mobile games, and the structure of it looks similar to other games I play, for instance, Marvel Future Fight. So I do think that there's some legs to something like that. It's certainly in terms of the interface, but it is a last-gen games concept, and that's kind of where I have trouble. I do believe that they are still working on other Diablo projects. That I'm not giving up hope on, and they did stress a number of times, especially after the backlash started, but that announcement was not worthy of BlizzCon, and I think that was a big mistake that they made. Hilarious, though. Absolutely hilarious. Way to tank people's opinion. Build them up, knock them down. That's how it goes, right? Okay, so Greater Rift. Going to get this last gem finished off. Actually, we're going down this way, aren't we? I know where we're going. I can read a map. Or mini-map. Yeah, read a mini-map. I can read a mini-map. I can read a map as well, but reading a map would do like that, and that'll stop us moving. Which I do think is an issue with the game. You should be able to play with it having the main map up. Yeah, your fire chains do nothing to me, mate. The other difficulty with mobile games, and this is something that I think applies across the board, is once you start trying to introduce multiplayer, because mobiles inevitably have worse internet connection. You're relying on drop-in, drop-out co-op play, which can be problematic unless you're designing a game like Dark Souls, where it doesn't matter if someone leaves partway through because the game itself is just really difficult anyway and you're going to die. You can't really build a party and consistent timing for something that you can't guarantee the other person's connection. Otherwise, especially if they introduce like a hardcore mode, because one of the reasons why I love Diablo is it is one of the few games that has a hardcore mode. And trying to do that on a dodgy internet connection, it just wouldn't work. There's no nice way of handling hardcore on mobile games that have an online co-op component or even an online versus component. It just doesn't work properly, and you either err in the direction of the player when you're deciding whether someone dies or not, or you err in the direction of the server and disappoint people. Oh geez, yeah, I should not have stepped in on that. All right, let's just wait for this. And what I mean by err in the direction of the player is, let's say someone's internet connection cuts out part way through and their character dies. You just say, oh, it's alright, your internet connection died, so we're not going to kill you. And all that means is people end up force quitting the applications in order to simulate an internet connection drop, or turning off their Wi-Fi or something. Whereas if you err in the direction of the server, someone dies because a cloud goes overhead and they lose mobile connection for a moment, they lose the fun from the game. There's no nice compromise that I can think of for that situation. It just doesn't work. So that means that it's probably not going to have a hardcore component to it, and that it would significantly reduce the interest to me as a gamer that loves the world and loves the tragedy of losing a character that you've worked hard on. And when I say loves the tragedy, I obviously don't love losing characters, but I love the chance that if I make a mistake, it's going to be part of the game and I need to be better to stop that happening. That's what I love. Mobile getting Fortnite. That's easy. Mobile got PUBG. It's as bad there as you would expect from a mobile game. I think that some games just shouldn't really be translated to mobile. Let's not be in the middle of that. Now, Super Smash Ultimate is a fun game. Now, all these Nintendo games do make me think it might be time to get a Switch. But it ultimately comes down to time to play these things. And I already have so much time taken up by my current commitments. Trying to put something else in there, I just don't think would work. Maybe, like, if I stopped doing mobile games, I could introduce a Switch or something, because it's portable enough I wouldn't need to steal the TV all the time. And it's mobile enough that I could do it upstairs, downstairs, on the way to work, potentially, or, you know, it's pick up, put down. So it wouldn't be taking away from time that I'd be spending on other things, because it just fills in the intermediate time. That's one of the reasons why I like mobile games at the moment. If there's intermediate time that's not being filled with something, rather than reading about the tragedy that is my country at the moment, I can play a game. Right, let's go through this way. I'm going to get that speed. Go back and get those orbs. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah. Oh, Ken from Street Fighter. That's cool. I like it when they cross their genres like that. But I've always liked crossover things. Marvel versus Capcom was great as these are two genres that people really like. Let's mash them together in a fighting game, and that's going to be really cool. And it was really cool. Marvel vs. Capcom. Pretty much every iteration of it was gold. Oh, wait. Back we go. Right, let's draw him out. Let's draw him out. What are you doing hiding down in there? Right, stun you a bit, though it doesn't stop the flames going out. That's something I've always hated about Agni Dogs. Okay. We deserve all of this stuff. We worked hard for it. Lots of swords, boots, chest armor. She make the gem thing happen. Gem of my life is done. The only thing we need to do to finish the Conqueror level is find the puzzle ring and go and kill Greed at Torment 13. In the meantime, let's head back to town, hand this in, and we may as well run another rift. We can just keep pushing these rifts now and keep pushing our gems higher. Weirdward Furnace, Rhymeheart, another Rhymeheart, yeah. Chainmail, yeah, all this can get salvaged. Kadala. Ring me. No, that's not cool. Just not cool. Gone. Now, did I hide a puzzle ring in here somewhere? I probably didn't. But it's going to be worth checking for. I've also noticed that once you've got the Boon of the Hoarder, if you use it in Counter Sans Despair, you don't get another one unless you go back to the vault now, which is different to how it used to be. Intriguingly different, I should say. Ring of Emptiness, no. In fact, maybe we should go kill some. No, we'll do the last Greater of Keystone and then we'll go kill some cows. That'll be fine. Because you get quite a lot of drops in the cow area. Right, so if we're doing 5, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 67 we can run this at. I mean, I know we're going to be tough enough. I just really need to pay attention. Yeah, we can keep our ignore pain up almost permanently. It's all good. Everything hurts, but it's all good. Yeah, let's step away from that just for a second. Don't need to be overly hurting ourselves just for the sake of bravado. Anyone down here? There's a group. In fact, that's something I want to check. If I leap at a group, do I leap so long that it stops my Tagok stacks? Not quite. If we start spinning instantly, we get to keep them. That's good because that extra damage reduction is really needed more often than not. Okay, let's just focus on this guy, and there he goes. S-I-E-M-P. Shield pylon. And hello. you. Right, well, seeing as we've got the shield pylon, let's get the pain on. That's going to be quite painful, standing in the middle of all that. Yeah, generally speaking, most of the time we're fine. But we will need to think about survivability in the long run if we want to push up towards GR70. That could just be more main stat. It could be reworking our legendary gems so we have something with a bit of extra oomph behind it. Down, that's where we're going. Yeah. And round. I mean, it goes really close to the other bit. It's just not quite there. Yeah, we're not standing right in the middle of that. Ooh, conduit. We'll grab that, and we'll go back and we'll finish you off. And then we'll just push on. Jeez. When things hit us and it takes off over half of our health, I know it's because I don't have my ignore pain on at the time, but it still makes me wince. Oh, I thought our range was a little bit higher than that. That was a good run with a conduit. We have loads of time left at the moment. Let's head up here. You, fire chains dangerous. We're just gonna like tickle you from the edge. That's what we're doing. Just like we're polishing a bit of silver. Just like. You don't want to go too deep, otherwise you end up gouging the item. But just touching the edge. That's perfectly fine. Clean off all the gunk from it. I think we want to go up this way. Yeah, this is our neighbourhood. Right, down for the Rift Guardian. Who is it? It's Rhyme, alright. That was a little painful, just as our damage reduction went. But we're still perfectly fine. Lots and lots of things. No rings, though. I am disappointed. I've come to expect my rings. Alright, so what do we want to do? Flat damage increase? Yeah. So 2 here. Actually, we can push this even higher. We can do 3. Alright. That's me misjudging the level by 1. That's alright. So, another 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We'll need to up the difficulty by 1 if we want a guaranteed 100% for the next one. So, Book of Cain. Let's ID all of this stuff. And points. Not many levels to go until 600. So we got Boulder Breaker, we got Sky Splitter, Standoff, Skull of another Rhymeheart. That's the 3rd Rhymeheart this evening. It's not just confirmation bias at this point. It is down to random number generation not being brilliant. That is incredible. Okay, Kadala, let's talk rings. Which means I'm probably not going to get a puzzle ring as much as I want one. We can try making a new one. We do have 26 Death's Breaths, so upgrade. Creed's Flame, that is not what we wanted. Even Creed didn't want Creed's Flame. So gone. Gone, 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 gone. None of these things fit with our current aesthetic. Okay, let's do the Bovine Bardish. So we're going to drop off these gems. We'll grab this. We'll go kill some cows. And this will get us quite a bit of experience, quite a bit of gold, and probably some good items. Now, I'm not specifically going for the highest kills ever, but the more that we get on our kill streak, obviously, the more experience we'll get from the bonus when it gets calculated. So it's worth us at least trying to keep it up. We can always go around and loot again afterwards. And if I was doing this with the Boon of the Hoarder as well, then I would get so much money. Especially with Whirlwind bringing everything together. $302. It's going well. It is going well. Okay, we're up to 380. I mean, that was bloodthirsty, that was. Diabolical. I wonder how many levels they have phrases for. So 461 at the moment. I also wonder how many there is in this area. There's no different one for 500. So I'm assuming it caps out at 400 for that. Which is not, like, too shabby. I mean, getting to 400 is difficult. Get up to this nice central-ish area. Oh no, don't make me run around. That is nightmarish, annoying piece of cow. Protection shrine probably not really needed. Oh, is that it? That's it. 620. I mean, that was a good amount. Just because we didn't quite have the speed to get back down here. I could have probably aimed it a bit better. But as I said, we're not specifically going for a huge record of kills. Or we weren't. Some Frozens down there as well. Oh, frozen Moltons, even better. Alright, let's grab some of those. I am going to go around and do proper looting at the end. We'll do all the killing first, and then we'll go back and mop up the goods. And that'll include the farmers' corpses, of course. Because there are farmers' corpses dotted around that carry a lot of gold. I think there's like 16 of them or something. Yeah, you could easily get over 1,000 kills in this area if you were trying. When I say easily, I don't mean like, oh, it would be so easy to do that. I mean easily in the sense that there's enough mobs to do it. You wouldn't be struggling to find exactly on 1,000 mobs. Okay, Infernal Bovine Herd, here we go. Just like mowing the grass. Okay, let's start having a look at some of these things. Good, 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 good. Still haven't found any uniques yet, but that's okay. I think if we start opening up chests as we go around. So there's one legendary item. There's a farmer. There's a farmer. If nothing else, this is going to restock our gold. It's been good experience up until now. We're up to Garrigan 595. We are full of stuff already. Alright, back we go. And 2 levels so far. So, salvage, salvage, salvage. Echoing Fury. Is gone. Grab this, grab this. Now you have to be careful not to just go around the edge because there are chests further inland as well. So if you come up with like a path through, that's probably the best thing you can do to make sure you don't miss anything. I sort of have a path through. Sort of not very well-ish. In that I just vaguely remember where I've been. Right, so that's all up towards the top. We're not going there yet. Let's do round here. Should have got that pool of reflection right at the start, actually. If I'd seen it, then it would have been excellent. And the experience isn't going to go to waste. It's a fixed amount of extra experience it gives you. And you need to... ooh, a ring as well. And you need to earn it, of course. It's not just free experience. You have to actually kill things in order to be rewarded with it. And we're going to kill many more things. So it will not be our limiting factor. Alright, we are full of stuff again. Alright, back we go. We're going to do this a couple of times, of course. Right, let's ID these together. Ice Climber's Ring and Warmonger? Yeah, Warmonger, Band of Might, of course, and Ice Climbers. Okay, into the cow level again. Now, of course, this cow level is secret. If you're watching, please don't tell anyone that I've shown you how to get to it. Blizzard does tend to excommunicate people that give out their secrets. Not for the faint of heart. And grab this chest. There's some giant hammers in that chest. There's no way that chest was holding those hammers. A chance for glory? No, it's a chest. We're just looting wonderful things from the chest. There is no glory in it. Okay, we'll come back for that farmer in a moment. Let's just grab these. One more farmer up here. Yeah, back up to 124 million. It's amazing how quickly it adds up. A set thing. Okay, so there was the farmer up this way, which we'll grab. And then I want to go just across to here, make sure we've done everything on that side. Back down here, here we go. Mighty Belt. And we're just kind of like cutting our way through in like a slicing, sliding fashion, just to make sure we don't end up missing anything. Although this has been pretty effective at stocking things up. We still haven't had the puzzle ring, which, I mean, it's not guaranteed, so there's not really much we can do to complain about it, but I do really want that puzzle ring. How are we doing in terms of materials? 17 is not enough for us to try making another. Right, one last chest here. I think that's probably it. We'll check just along the south to be sure. Yep, we've been round here. Okay. Zoom, 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 zoom. Back to town we go. We got Blackthorn's boots, pants. Okay, well, we'll salvage all this up. And then we'll get back to rifting. We could do bounties, but at the moment I'm not really that fussed about bounties. I'd rather try and improve our gems a bit more. And, you know, spend whatever blood shards we get from those. On rings, so we can go and kill greed. So while we have that little bit of extra speed from the fleeting shrine, we'll get some good murder on. Alright. Blues. There we go. Get all of that. I do feel that there could be more we're doing to further improve our damage output as well. It's nice we get through stuff relatively quickly, but there are some mobs that just take a while to die. I don't think it's specifically down to my technique. I think it is just because, you know, they've got more health or whatever. And that is really why Bane of the Stricken is in our setup, but I still want them to die faster. Let's ignore that and we'll go down this way. No need to be in the middle of it. I suppose we could potentially try and swap the convention of elements for something that's a little bit more consistent. It is nice for the burst damage when it crops up, though. So I don't know. I guess it'll depend on whether our ability to kill things quickly becomes more of a problem than our ability to survive. Because of course the other thing we could do is we could swap it for the Band of Might and swap our leap over for Furious Charge, or in fact keep leap, and then just go massive extra damage reduction on that. Rather than messing with our legendary gems. That would give us still the ability to kill the Rift Guardians, because the way the Bane of the Stricken works, the more we hit something, the more damage it takes over time. Thing is, you really don't want the last fight against the Rift Guardians to take minutes and minutes and minutes. I can understand that it could, but really it wouldn't be ideal. So it just depends on where the bottleneck's going to be. And I suspect the bottleneck's going to be survivability before its kill speed. I'm going back up past this bit because these mobs are easy to kill. We can explore down this edge, but yeah, it's all much of a muchness. To those of you joining the stream later in the evening, hello and welcome. Hope you're all having a fun Monday evening. I'm having a whale of a time. My brother is away on holiday at the moment, so we're just doing some solo rifting with Kormac and cheese. We've got our gems up to 55, so really we're just looking for a puzzle ring at the moment so we can go and be a dick to greed. And that'll finish off our conquest level. In the meantime, it's all about experience, all about the Garrigan levels, 4 levels away from 600. Ooh, give me that amulet. Delicious amulets. Just rinse our way through these guys. Now we could of course switch to doing bounties. If we do bounties, there's a chance we will find regular goblins and we could get a way to the rift, a way to the vault, a portal to the vault that way. So maybe we'll do that a little bit later. Crusader King has been dethroned. Get all of this. Alright, back we go. Actually, no, I'll kill these guys because it's more death breaths. There we go. Give me those. Now we'll go back to town. It's all about what's important. Delicious. One good thing about going to Amsterdam for the weekend, coming back with Dutch sweets. Unless if Johan don't care, String of Ears don't care. So we'll salvage each of those up. And I think we'll go and spend our Greater with Keystones immediately. Now 68s are of course more dangerous than we've run so far this evening. But we should be fine with them. We were able to cope with them beforehand. It's just going to be a case of careful management of our skills and resources and not getting headbutted by those guys. Power pylon, brilliant. Like, do we even care about these guys at this point? They're almost all dying just as we whiz through them. Look at that, so fast. We swing past them twice just to be certain. And with Wrath of the Berserker, we barely even need to do that. Okay, they're gone. Power Pylon is also gone. But good progress so far. Okay, lots of ranged guys in this, so let's be a little bit careful about how we engage. No point in just charging straight into a barrage of 50 arrows if we're moving down a corridor. I mean, we're moving faster than our tornadoes, so I can't expect our tornadoes to knock them out of the air. But little effects like that would be nice in a game like this. Ooh, choices, alright. Kill you guys first, because your walling is going to be annoying as all hell. There you go, 597. Right, now onto you guys. Those beams are going to be painful when they start coming around, so... Oh, jeez. It's all fine. It's just also about managing where they are putting their... Why are you standing on top of that arcane beam? That is so annoying. Come over here, right. Some monsters end up playing keep away, just like flinging ping pongs at him. I mean, the tornadoes are a bit more powerful than that, but that's what it's like. It's like you stand on the edge and you just like... I could kill you at range by flinging wind at you. It's supposed to be the wind. It's supposed to be the turbulence as I rush through that kills them. That's worked. Alright. I mean, all this feels manageable. It is still dangerous, of course. We're up to GR68 at the moment, but it's not deadly terrifying levels. Which is good. Means we can probably put it up a little bit more as we're working on our gems further. Before you know it, we'll be running a 70 with the Barbarian as like a regular thing. Please die before you do any swings at... No. Okay. That's fine. Okay, still going alright. Right, they are gone. 98% nearly Rift Guardian time. And I've saved my Wrath of Berserker and the extra damage reduction for the Rift Guardian. There we go. It's the Bone Warlock. Ow. Alright, I guess we're killing you directly then. Give me all that damage reduction. Well, we triggered our death, but we didn't run away. Probably should have run away. But the thing about running away is not only do you end up not killing the bad guy, but you get yourself in a situation where you can't really re-engage. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go for Bane of the Trapped first. So we're going to have 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. If we up it one more time, we can get a full run out of everything. 599, so close to 600. Alright, that's our life maxed out. That is our cooldown reduction maxed out. So next is going to be attack speed, and next is going to be life regen. And over here it'll be gold fund, which we don't really care about. Maximum Fury's never been a thing in our build, so not really that fussed about that. Let's ask Adala for rings just in case. Puzzle ring. Let's go kill greed. Right, let me just salvage up everything except that. So, puzzle ring, you come down here. Nice, nice. Don't care about the rest. So, gone, 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 gone. Gone, we've already got another one of these. Puzzle ring going in the cube. I really hope she doesn't end up killing us. That would be embarrassing. Now, I could have put on my gold find stuff just for this, but we've already got a lot of gold, so it's not really worth it for us. Hello, gems. And hello, mighty weapon. Okay, in this section we have some dude. It's a regular treasure goblin. And a gem hoarder. So we're getting lots of gems this time. I'm okay with that. Some amulet or something. Give me all of these things. Right, let's have a look. Did I miss anything down here? No, I didn't. So, Imperial Amethysts and some diamonds and some emeralds. Up to 154 million. Oh, Rakov's Glass of Life, really? It is not an amulet worth talking about. What I'd really like to see is I'd like to see some of these obscure items actually have a use and a place in the world. Like, even just as like a transitioning leveling thing. But there are some things that you just go, oh really? I'd rather have a yellow rare than this. Okay, the lady is annoyed. She's gonna go down though. Not in the sexy way. There she goes. Not really that difficult for what we had to do. Season journey, Conqueror complete. We got a ring out of that, and we got a fresh boon of the Hoarder. So that gives us our stash space. And we can have a look at Guardian. So with Guardian, we've got to get gems up to 70. We've got to do 3 conquests. That's going to be difficult. Kill Zoltan Cool in 10 seconds on Torment 13. We might be able to do that now. And extract 2 more powers from Kanai's Cube. That's another Ring of the Zodiac. I mean, our Ring of the Zodiac could be 1% better. So let's have a look and we'll just check it. Iranu. I mean, that's hilarious. In that, if you were to get a Primal Ancient of anything, the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac is something that doesn't really scale with the level. So that is so funny. But well, all right. Well, let's. It is an improvement. It is an improvement. Let's roll the cooldown into a socket, and we'll switch across to it, and I will wear that with pride. That is a joke. Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah. Okay, so cooldown. We're going to roll that into a socket. If we can. No, we need more Imperial Rubies. Let's get more Imperial Rubies. Shen. That is so funny. I mean, it's not Blackthorns. I'm not going to complain because it's not Blackthorns, but that is pretty poor. There's the socket we wanted. So we will swap this over. Now we'll put our gem in it, and we'll feel happy about it. First Primal Ancient of the season, second in my entire Diablo career, and it's Obsidian Ring. I mean, it looks cool. It looks badass, but that is hilarious. So Rakov's Glass of Life, Remorseless, Blackguard, and of course we've got Boon of the Hoarder. So Boon of the Hoarder, it might be worth us working on, but we're going to do that later after we've got our other gems up. That would be just so we can top up our money periodically. So this is gone. This one we may as well say goodbye to. I mean, it was lovely, but it's not a patch on our Primal Ancient one. Remorseless gone. Blackguard gone. But that also confirms what I thought. It's one thing reading how the mechanics work. It's another actually seeing them in action. And I knew that we'd done a GR70 on our Witch Doctor, but we haven't done one on our Barbarian. So that just goes to show that it does open it up for the whole account and not just individual characters. If you're ever in doubt, you've seen it here for real. Okay, let's go kill Cool, and we'll try and do it super quickly. Oh, that's not going to work. That'll do. Time is running out. So, 3 out of 6 Guardian objectives done. Gems up, 3 conquests, and 40 power extractions. In terms of power extractions, we've got enough Death's Breaths that we can actually do that. So let's just grab 2 more things and we'll tick that off now. This is one of the reasons why I always gather so many bits and bobs. Let's do Iron Toe, Marge Spitters, and Blade of the Tribes. In fact, we've got 45, so we could clear up some proper space. So that's 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 0. Let's extract as many of those as we can. Right, so extract legendary power. Yeah, we've got more than enough bits and bobs to do. So Weird Ward. Small minds, small goals yourself, mate. Level 40 Seasoned Cubist. And this is just to clear space in the stash so that I don't like look at it and hate myself for being a messy gamer. There is no other reason to spend these resources. I could be salvaging all this stuff up, but
And that's what you want to do. Very well.
okay, that'll do. Let's tidy things up a little bit more over here. So, an extra stash tab. Hooray! I mean, we can buy more and move on to the next page now, but we really don't need to. These all need to get salvaged up as well. Wait, is that another? Yeah, well, we've already done that one, so that can go. Now I start, like, combining them all into a single page. And then I'm going to have to go back through and, like, salvage up even more at some point. But that's fine. Mostly I'm moving across the giant ones. But we are going to need one smaller one to fill that gap. One more. Let's take this one. What I'd like is I'd like a sort button just to organise things a little bit better. Whatever, that's good enough. Okay, so are there any others that we've already done that we can just chuck away? Nope, not there. And over here. Don't think so. It's good to check these things periodically. Out that one. Because otherwise you end up holding on to too much stuff. Wow. Fallen has hit tier 80. Well done, Fallen. Well done. That is quite a step above where I am at the moment. There we go. That's much tidier. Much tidier. Let's salvage these up. Okay. One more Greater Rift. Let's bring it on. Yeah. Let's go for a 69 actually. We've got our new Primal Ancient Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. We can take it. Oh god, in this place though. That is not going to enhance my calm. And extra points for anyone that got that film reference. I mean, you'd be going back quite a bit now to the late 90s, early 90s. Well, I can hear fireworks going off outside. Yeah, we're not going particularly quickly at the moment, but we've not had any interesting mobs. Here's some interesting mobs. Okay. Either they're dying quite quickly or they've not got much health. I mean, sorry. Either they've not got much health or I'm doing more damage than I expect. Because, of course, they were dying quite quickly and they didn't have much health. But yeah, you believe that there's more to it than that. Ah, fallen. Yeah, getting a good map makes all the difference. Partly for like survivability, but also for the speed you can go through. Let's try and kill these guys. Yeah, we're doing tons of damage at the moment. What is up at the moment? I'm putting it down to that Primal Ancient. I think it is carrying us. That and probably mobs are staying alive long enough that Bane of the Stricken's really making a difference. Working on our legendary gems, we've been increasing our damage output, yada yada yada. This is the worst level of a rift. Still got a shield pylon, so we're not caring too much at the moment, but there we go, that's a bit better. We've got time to go through these guys, of course. Otherwise, we wouldn't really be stopping. Shield is gone. Right, let's pop more damage reduction. Try and keep these guys exploding as much as we can. Give me that. Hey there, Wallafried. You just missed me getting my first Primal Ancient of the season and my second Primal Ancient of my entire Diablo career. It's an Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. And it is beautiful. It is 1% better than my previous one. Which makes me even happier. Like, if it wasn't actually an upgrade at all, then it would have just been a kick in the teeth. But now it's pretty and it looks badass. Hey, that's really kind of you to say. Thank you very much. And I'm glad you're here for the stream. I always love it when people enjoy the content I produce. Hope you're having a fun Monday. I'm having an absolute ball. Right. Where are we going? I think we're going down this way. Yeah, this is the way to go. For those joining a little bit late, my brother isn't joining us today. He's away on holiday at the moment, enjoying some much-deserved time away. So it's just me and Kormac pushing things to the max. That's max spelt with 4 X's. Just to show how max and extreme we're pushing. Not freezing me. Just to show how extreme we're pushing it. We're up to 69 in terms of the rift difficulty. Waggles eyebrows. We're probably actually going to manage to 70 today, but we're working on getting our gems up to 70. I'm not trying to over push things. But we've got a stash tab for the season, so even if we die at this point, I'm not too sad. We've done really well. Alright, what have we got going up this way? It's a group of skeletons. Okay, that's all cool. Aha! Cold snap. Well, we'll try and keep him mostly stunned while murdering him. Ooh, jeez, he hits hard now. Ooh, this is fine. Nope, not with the freezing me. What does he not understand about not freezing me? Yeah, that's what you get. Okay, so the Rift Guardians are a little bit tough at 69, but they're manageable. Okay, so we need 10 levels each for the gems to max out for the season. That's not too bad.
I need to go
back. It's funny. I mean, the season feels like it started quite a while ago, but it's not actually that long. Does anyone know on the dates for the end of the season and potentially the start of the next? I don't know if they've been announced yet. And we've made it over Garrigan 600, up to 602 now. So, attack speed is going up, area damage is finished, and we'll carry on pushing strength. Robberus, broken promises, skull grasp, vigilante, string of ears, gift to Slara. Right, all this can get salvaged. I don't know what to ask Adala for now, actually. Helmets, that's what we'll probably do us best. Wall of Reed, of course you are. I mean, you're like super pro, so.
Don't forget, luck always changes. I cannot afford that.
Okay. Salvage. Gone, gone. Gone, 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 gone. We're going to need to run some regular rifts. Wait, wrong tab. I know what I'm doing. It's perfectly fine. Right, is there any immediate benefits we can get from here? I don't think so. I think it is just back into the grind. Okay, well, we've been going for, wow, only an hour and 40 minutes. I'm nearly out of my drink, so I'm just going to run and get it topped up very quickly. Don't go away. I'll be right back. There we go. Right. Back into the dangerous world of Diablo. I mean, I could have said the dangerous world of Diablo PR, but I'm sure Blizzard will make an announcement that people like in the future. Right, constant stomping. This is just to get us greater keystones. If we find anything else nice, brilliant, but that's not the main reason for us doing this. And now we need to get our gems up to 70 before we even think about leveling anything else. So, yeah, I guess it is more grind, more grind. get all of that. Lovely. And of course, what we're doing at the moment with pushing up to the 69 and the higher Great Rift levels, Greg really wouldn't be comfortable with his dodgy internet connection. It is a huge shame, but it does limit what you can do with a hardcore character. Getting up to like 65, 66 is generally perfectly fine, no matter how much you concentrate. You should be able to manage it even with a dodgy connection, but the higher levels do require you to play well or take such a long time grinding up the experience that you're just like invincible. Alright, grab this. And I'm all for doing it like the slow way and getting to the point where you can't be killed. I hear a goblin. All to the point where you can't be killed, but it's nice like having the challenge. There we go. Bracers. They might be ancient path and defenders. They may be better than our current ones. We can but hope. Always on the lookout for upgrades. That's the other thing we could probably do to improve our damage is carry on working on re-rolling our Solemn Vow, because it's not ancient at the moment. Man, can you imagine if we got a Primal Ancient one of those? That would be awesome. Like a good one, not with crappy rolls on it. We still need another Ramalama Ding Dong if we're going to do that, but it would be worth it for the damage upgrade just flat. Okay, halfway through the Great Rift. And grab that. Nice. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, and round here. Yeah, just easy killing. Jeez, I thought the 80 was impressive earlier. Now Fallen's gone and hit an 85. Yeah, I'm very much enjoying the spinning to winning. I like the two different styles. Because of course there's this and there's the Witch Doctor. And they're very different in their own way. I think next season I'll definitely do something different. But I love going back to the Whirlwind Barbarian periodically. It does still require some concentration to just not completely screw up. But who doesn't love this? Look at this. Yeah. Zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah, we're doing it all up. Maybe all up close is not the best plan at the moment. Yeah, not sure which character I'll end up playing next season. I think I'm going to go back to Wizard because I haven't done Wizard in a while. I might do the Tower Rash's Meteors Everywhere. I've not done a GR70 on this character yet, so while I do think that challenge is awesome and a worthy challenge, it would be terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Fallen, that's a rookie mistake. I expect better from you. I mean, playing with the spin to win, you can do it all zoomed in, of course. Especially if you're using the mini-map for navigation, it wouldn't be that bad. Alright, Binder. Spider is cut to size. Let's just make the area nice and safe, and then we can gather up all of these bits. Hey, and that took us to 603. Forgotten Soul, bits and bobs. Right. Ooh, Death Hunter. Hey, I didn't chicken out. I may have just postponed it. Okay. Right, let's hand this in. And will I do... In fact, no. No, you know what? It's about time we went up to GR70. So yes. Yes, we will try a GR70 zoomed in. And I reserve the right to chicken out and run away. There is no shame in the tactical retreat. But we'll give it a go. We will give it a go. So, Haunt of Vaxo, don't care. Deathwatch Mantle, don't care. Syndicate, Justice Lantern, nope. Nemesis Braces, Frostburn, Heart of Iron, all of that can get salvaged up. The topic's not been done to death, Silac. I've been on holiday, so I didn't catch the initial rush of enthusiasm that people put in Blizzard's direction, but from what I gather, the general response was it wasn't well received. For me, I don't really care that much. I think that what they're effectively going to be developing is a last gen game. I think there's going to be problems with having reliable online multiplayer element for the type of game that they're talking about. Or it's going to change the game into a type of game where I'm not interested in playing. One of the reasons why I still like Diablo is the hardcore element. And being able to run a hardcore character on a mobile game, either they have to find in favour of the player, if there's a problem, or find in favour of the server. Find in favour of the server. And what I mean is, if your character dies because your connection goes out, do you say you're on a mobile, we're going to give you your character back, or do you say, I'm sorry, that's the way it is, them's the breaks? Because the latter would make it so unfun to play without a reliable connection, and mobiles by definition are unreliable. So yeah, I'm not convinced it's going to end up being good, because there's no nice way of handling that problem that I can think of. Yeah, and I agree entirely with what Wallerfried just said. Making it the main announcement was not a brilliant idea. This was not worthy of BlizzCon. I mean, it was worthy of a smaller announcement, and perhaps like bringing, like if they'd announced it 3 months ago, and then at BlizzCon they had like things to show and showcase and stuff, that would have been a much better way of doing it. Manage people's expectations. But yeah, they screwed up with that. Right. You asked for it, Wallerfried. We're going to try this. This is going to be terrible. Jeez, I am not going to be able to see anything. I did not know these people were here. Oh god. Why did I agree to this? My tactical retreats are going to be decidedly less tactical doing things this way. Ooh, that's fire. Don't go near the fire. Whoop. Fire bad. Fire very bad. That's alright. It's just a bit more hectic than you'd normally expect. And it's really hard to judge distances. We're okay though. I mean, this is a GL70. We've not done a GL70 with this character as well. So it's like doubly bad. It's a horrible map to do it in because of the hazards. Jeez. Just like that. That is a reason why this is a horrible map. Are there blues here? I don't know. Yes, there are blues here. Yeah, Wallerfried, I'm sure you love it. Sorry to the other chatter. I can't read that chat at the moment because it's a bit too intense. Right, let's take the flight over here. It's like you don't know if the screen's exploding under you until you're in the middle of the explosion. That is a terrible way to play. If I die, I'm blaming you. Okay, I think this is a karma moment. Yeah, so talking about on-screen game controls, I covered them a little bit earlier. From the look of it, it looks similar to a game that I play at the moment on the mobile called Marvel Future Fight, and that interface works quite well for what it is. Because I used to play Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and it's very similar to that, except you're using a mobile screen instead of like a controller to do things. So it can work all right. It's just because of that, that style of game has been around for quite a number of years, and I just think that they're not going to be bringing anything new to the mobile gaming world with it. And they say they want to bring something that's like worthy of the Diablo title, and I get that, but I'm not sure if this is the right way to go about it. And I think the jokes are well founded, like the Diablo Tamagotchi meme and other things like that. It's like you could do a Diablo text adventure, and it'd probably have more draw to it than a Diablo mobile game for what people have been expecting, because at least that would be different. In fact, to be honest, what I was expecting was like Diablo to announce that they'd bought the people from Telltale Games, because I think Telltale Games has closed now, and like they were going to introduce one of their style games to the Diablo world, and that would be kind of cool. Ooh, let's not stand on fire. Oh, this is so bad. Kill them before they kill me. That's the general plan. See, the incentive is just to push on rather than like actually moving to clear areas like this. Oh, wow. Do not like. So this is like permanent brown trousers time at the moment. It is terrible. Whose idea was it to do this? Such a bad idea. But it's not like I've done GR70s before with this person either. The only reason we're still alive is that Primal Ancient Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, and if I lose it now, I'm going to be so ticked off. Sewers. Channeling. It's good for permanent damage reduction, sort of. It's terrifyingly amazing. Oh, that's what she said. I'm just doing 2 passes back and forth because at 69 that was about what it took to take most of the mobs out. I think that's about right. Alright, we don't have that pylon anymore. It's like, it's bad enough when you can't see what's going on the screen, but I can't see what's coming up now either. At least when you can see what's like going on around the area, you can plan where you're going to run away to. I've got none of that right now. Even better, like when there's something big in the way, so you can't even see what's going on. I understand why the Barbarian screams out. This is what the Barbarian sees all the time. Right, nearly Rift Guardian time. Okay, it's a big giant. It's bigger than the screen. Oh, no. That's bad. Just mustn't get hit. We get to see all the loot in its splendor. Look at this thing. Nerves of steel. Nerves of steel. 1, 2, 3. We only got 3 upgrades as well. Jesus. Right. Now that that's done. In fact, we need to hand it in. There we go. Completed. Zoom back out. I'm glad you're impressed. I feel like I'm moving so slowly now that I'm not super zoomed in. Right. Attack speed. Gold find. And vitality. Well, we know we can do a 70 now. It's just like terrifying. So what we'll probably do is we'll probably keep it at 70. That's going to let us get our gems up to 70 without too much difficulty. I say without too much difficulty, I mean the entire thing is difficult. Let's go for helmets.
What a steal. Well, I can't pick up anything else.
And we're going to salvage them up, of course. Right, let's catch up with the chat. Haven't really played in mobile games. Probably for I think I'll probably give it a try and see what it's like. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I've already got something for mobile gaming, and if I put that down, I'm more likely to pick up a Switch than I am to pick up another mobile game. That's the way I'm feeling at the moment. The Rift Guardian's going to be interesting if you get a horrible one. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't Agnidox or the Infernal Maiden. That would have been horrifying. Okay, let's drop these off. And we'll do another Greater Rift. May as well keep it at 70, actually. Yeah. Well, the good thing about the big giant cat is this is not a good start. Starting right in the corner with those, that was not fun at all. Well, we've got time to wait for this. Let's go back to the camp. At least I could do jousting, like just constantly running through, because I know his attack is not fast enough to actually hit me. So he does his attack, and then the target appears on the ground. So as long as you avoid both of those, you should be fine. It was just getting the initial hit that screwed me over with it so much. I'm going to take the opportunity to have a drink. Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. And 2 right, Pete. 2 right. Yeah. Does the difficult bit, gets through. Does the easy bit, dies to something like an arcane beam. That's the kind of thing that I would end up doing. I am going to need to keep my damage reduction up almost permanently, though. Just because everything hurts so much at the moment. Oh, with the cold thing as well. And explosions and frozen pulses. Did he just like leap away from me? That is rude. That poison is nasty. Alright, let's go around this way. This is not good. Can you see me? Okay. Hopefully the stream we're back, but are we alive? That's the question. We're still alive. We're still alive. Hallelujah, we're still alive. So it's about 197 beats per second. I know it should be beats per minute, but it's that. Right. So, there was some kind of wobble with my internet. Diablo itself died as well. The stream died. And I am so lucky. I am so lucky. Right, let's do a regular rift. I'm blaming the fireworks. I'm blaming the local fireworks. I'm not even annoyed that I lost that Greater Rift keystone that I used. Thanks for that, Forward. Yeah, so the only thing I saw was I was effectively like still spinning around while everything around me was stopped, and that's never a good sign. And it happens so infrequently that I don't mind playing hardcore characters because, you know, it's unfortunate if you die that way, but it's one of the risks you take playing an online game with a hardcore character. But with a mobile game, you're going to be subject to that so much more frequently. I am so relieved. I'm going to have one of my Dutch drop. Jeez. I hope that's not indicative of what the rest of the evening is going to be like. Yeah, originally I thought my machine had just lost internet connection, because sometimes it does that. You know, technology's not perfect, and a restart gets it back. But when I could still see stuff happening on YouTube, it just made me think, oh no, if it's just a temporary wobble and it still thinks I'm connected to the game. I am so lucky. I'm never going to complain about the random number generator again. Yeah, exactly. So there'll be options to turn down the graphics, of course. That'll make a big difference. But your average phone on your average network, you're gonna have trouble. Or they're gonna have to make it able to cope with a certain amount of packet loss. And there are some games that are coded that way where it guesses what's happening and then it just kind of adjusts what you see on screen to cope with it. And that could be possible, but then it won't feel like a challenge. Because you can trick the game by doing something it doesn't expect, and it will try and adjust to what's actually happening. Okay, I'm back. I'm still alive. So there was an error. There's definitely a problem with my... And it's gone again. Okay. This is up and down all over the place. I'm really sorry, everyone, but it's probably not even worth me carrying on streaming. Let's see. Is there anything I can do to check this? In fact, while I'm figuring this out, let's do this. There we go. So we're at least a little bit bigger, and I'm going to do a yeah, so my connection looks to be okay. Maybe it's just the connection to other areas. Because it could just be down to local routing or something weird. So we'll do a speed test in general. Okay, but anyway, while I'm doing this, you don't all need to watch me try and see if things are going to work or not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this this part of the stream off, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes or so once I've just done some tweaking. I'll be playing Battlegrounds, so we can try and see how things go from there. Thank you very much for coming along, those that have come along for just the Diablo part. I do hope you stick around a little bit later. If you have enjoyed this, including the crazy zoomed in GR70 run, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should do so, and you'll be told when my streams go live in the future. Otherwise, I'll see you in just a couple of minutes.